Welcome to week 139, which becomes a 13 vibration, which is all about transformation and ending of old cycles and, death, rebirth, newness. And the color that I attribute to the number 13 is ruby gold. So this is the closest crystal thing that I had that would resonate with the ruby gold. So this week, working with ruby gold to help us move through the changes that are coming through for us this week. And I woke about sunrise this morning and I went into meditation, and the first vision that I had was of a Greek god with the laurel wreath around his head, who I think is Apollo, the Greek god Apollo. And Apollo, but I heard the name Dionysus. So I wasn't sure, is this Apollo or is this Dionysus? But usually if the two come through together, I generally go with the theme that it is an energy of the two working through. So I heard Dionysus. And then I saw like a fair maiden, a goddess, I guess, and she was standing with a bull who had a bridle on, and he had a cart, like a bull in a cart, and she was stroking his face. So when I looked up to see who is the Greek goddess that is associated with the bull, I found that it is the Greek goddess known as Pasiphae. Pasiphae, I think you pronounce it something like that, Pasiphae. And so, then I come to putting the message together this week. I have, last week we had two masculines as well, and this week we have two masculine energies coming through, but we also have Pasiphae coming through this week as well. So the laurel wreath shows that it was the god Apollo, and the god Apollo suggests that there is a solution to every problem. He's like very positive. He's the god of the sun, and he tends to represent that, there is always a solution to every problem. And that reminded me of the book by Wayne Dyer called There's a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. So I really felt that that was very much about that today for the Greek god Apollo. But then I heard the name Dionysus. So who is Dionysus? Dionysus was the Greek god of ecstasy, who used the influence of alcohol and hallucinogenic substances such as the mushrooms. And we had the mushrooms only a couple of weeks ago as well. They've been coming up quite regularly, which the hallucinogenic mushroom is a way to find the god within. And so Dionysus he actually used alcohol and other substances such as the hallucinogenic mushroom to bring him into a state to lose control, more or less. And it's said that, it brought up sexual urges, which I presume is probably to do with the Kundalini rising, because it helped to open the intuition. So he basically would come into a space of no mind, and in some writings it's written as if he was mad, but he'd come into a space of no mind. So his aim was to bring us back into our pure and natural state, where we are totally removed from everything else. And so that's why he used the hallucinogenic type substances and the alcohol, so these substances, to help us remove ourselves from our egoic mind, I guess. And then of course there was the maiden. So she was standing with the bull, and the bull was bridled and hooked up to a cart. So the Greek goddess connected to the bull is Pasiphae. So she was a queen of Crete. And the people used to sleep in her temple in order to receive revelations through the dream state, because she was also known to be a bit of a witch and a prophetess. So she had these abilities of intuition and everything, such that Dionysus, she already had it. She carried those gifts, and the people would sleep in her temple to also. We've got a masculine energy here trying to bring us into that space, and we've got a feminine energy. So there's a balance of the masculine and feminine energies trying to bring us up. So there would be that Kundalini energy as well, coming up to the brow chakra to awaken us to higher intuition and to being able to come in touch with our God within, to our pure and natural state. So let's have a little bit of a look at who she was and what she did. So, but coming back to the bull was wearing a bridle. So for me, this bridle in his mouth reminded me of bridal, so that this is an energy that she's the bride of the bull. And in fact, Persephone was in love with one of the king's finest bulls. She was married to the king, and one of his finest bulls she fell in love with. And so she was stroking his face and that bring me back to the term of unbridled affection, which is pure unconditional love, that there is, love knows no bounds, there's no limits, and totally unlimited in her affections towards this bull. She was stroking his face, like pacifying him, bringing him into a state of calm, which of course you need to be in a state of calm to be in touch with your natural state, your pure self. Anyway, as the myth goes, Pasiphae gave birth to a son through this bull, and his name was Asterios, like asteroids, I guess. And both the bull and her son were associated with the constellation of Taurus. And I found that really interesting because only a week ago, when I was running a light codes meditation, I saw the whole meditation or transmission was filled with orange and blue flames. And I knew they were to do with the divine masculine, divine feminine flame, the twin flame. And they were like living expressions. They were totally on fire, not stagnant visions at all. They were really flaming. One of the flames was this, vision of the fingers interlocked like that, showing the infinity symbol and the hands moving up, pointing upwards, always striving upwards, this coming together and always striving upwards. And then following that particular vision, I saw those visions of the flames, I saw a vision of the constellation of Sagittarius, and we had just entered into the zodiac of Sagittarius, and then that was followed by the constellation of Taurus, and I saw the bull, and the bull was on fire. The constellation bull was on fire, and that was followed quickly by the constellation of Pisces. So I didn't really know what that meant, but Pisces is the sign of psychic gifts and definitely opening to our intuition and things. So I feel like that this particular phase that we are in now, and I think the moon goes into Taurus towards the end of the month, I think around the 21st, maybe to the 26th, something like that, goes into no, it can't be for that long, but anyway, for a few days, it goes that there is an energy moving through Taurus towards the end of this month. And so I really feel that this month is pushing us to help us to awaken to our more natural state. So Persephone, she fell in love with the bull. And so that's very much, he's a bull. So it's a very unconditional state, unbridled love. But he was carrying a cart. And so to me, that suggests that he was still carrying quite a few burdens, and that is holding him back and weighing him down. And so the union of the masculine and feminine comes where when we are fully in a state of unconditional love, when we're able to love ourselves and be able to love others unconditionally. And the unbridled affection suggests no limit to our love, and that love can heal all wounds, even through the great burdens that we may carry. So this is again suggesting that the feminine is actually offering this beautiful energy of unconditional love to the masculine energy to help him offload his burdens and come into a state of purity and lightness. And so I feel that these light codes that are going to be given to us this week are to do with unconditional love, positivity, intuition, and the return to our natural state, which is the return to love. So I've also done the cards for today. And the first card is card number 52, and that becomes 7. So that's coming in touch with the teacher within ourselves. And it is about trust and faith. And the 7 energy is more divine masculine type energy. And the card itself says reevaluate your priorities. And here we can see, so reevaluate your priorities. Where are your priorities? Are they more in the material world? Are they more in the spiritual world? Spiritual directions, have a little bit of a look at that. Now here we have the flame, and we have the watering can, and the feminine here, her skirt is on fire. So there's a bit of is she going to be in touch with her, get too caught up and in touch with her emotions here with the watering can? Or is she going to take action and be, work with that fire energy and move forward? So you can get caught in your emotions, or you can take action and move forward. So have a little bit of a reevaluation of your priorities through this week. And the second card, which is in the sacral chakra, is the 10 of Earth. And this says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And I feel this is very much about, yes, being happy within yourself, with your family, with your soul family, with all of those like-minded people around you. And trusting, again, the first card is to do with trust. So trusting in, because it's a 52, it's to do with creative expression, but also the things that we are creating, which could be the financial things, whatever it is that we are doing work-wise. So having some trust in that process, that everything is going to be okay. Trust that the abundant universe is going to supply, and always does supply, and just be in that state of knowing. So this beautiful 10 of Earth, there's new beginnings bringing us forward there, very practical energy coming for us, solid, strong energy coming through, which actually sort of fits in very much with the bull energy and that solid Taurus energy, the positives of the Taurian energy. And the third card today is the Scythe. And the Scythe is suggesting that there is some sudden changes about to come. So just cutting through, making those changes, changing direction more or less, and off with the old. This also, vibrates very, or resonates very much with the 13 energy. So letting go of the old, changes here, moving forward, totally let go. That's totally dead and gone and does not fit in your world where you are going anymore. So sudden change coming. Be in your stillness, hold your center while those changes come through. And in the heart chakra, we have card number 17, which is to do with the base chakra and the crown chakra. So a balance there between the masculine and feminine, because base chakra is the mother, it helps us deal with mother energy, and the crown chakra helps us to heal the father wound. So healing the mother wound, father wound, healing happening there. Card number 17, which becomes an 8, which again is the as above, so below, and infinite possibilities, infinite gateways being opened for us. And this card, we can see he's breaking free from his chains. So this is a heart chakra, and there is no need to be chained or bound to anybody, anything, any place, any object. And so you can say, to ask for the release of us, the Mother, Father, God, Goddess, all that is, to release you from all chains, ties, cords, whatever attachments to any other person, place, or object, and be totally free. And a step through and over the bridge, the heart, and into the throat, where we have another 10 energy here of new beginnings. And this is the 10 of wands. So a lot of growth has come through all of these struggles. And once you have broken free, it's saying you are nearly there. And that's basically, you know, as you come over the heart, over the bridge of the heart, you've left the old world behind, totally, you know, left that behind. It's gone. A lot of healing happens through that process in the heart there. And all of those burdens and things that you've been carrying, so much growth has come from what you have learned from all of that. And you are nearly there, almost there in the throat chakra, nearly there. And so in the brow chakra, we have card number 0, spirit itself, the dove, peace itself, you know, Christ consciousness itself, which here we are in December, the month of Christ consciousness. And this is a card of the initiate, innocence and trust. So here we have coming up fully, nearly there. We're coming up there. We become the initiate once we've hit the fully initiate. Once we've hit the brow chakra there, Kundalini energy has opened, intuition is awakened, we're in touch with the God within. And the final card, the trust card, again, really marries up beautifully with the first card. And it is the Ascended Master that we have with us here is King Solomon. And it again is about priorities and prioritize. This is priorities, but prioritize. Remember to put your spiritual self in front. What is, you know, so we have here, put your, reevaluate your priorities. And here we have priorities again. So, but he is very much about, you know, the spiritual powers coming together. So, you know, if you really want to step into that, if you really want to move through this phase of the initiate here, you need to prioritize and put your spiritual priorities in front of your material and physical side just for a little bit so that you can step in and awaken that. So according to Dionysus, you can get drunk apparently, but I think this is drunk on ecstasy. It doesn't happen. Well, if it didn't happen, wouldn't happen for me with alcohol. I would just get sick. But you know, so I don't think it's about that. Maybe you can use the magic mushroom. I don't know. I'm not really into hallucinogenics. I don't have to. I can get there anyway. But you know, this is about coming in touch with the God within. Prioritize. Put your priorities, your spiritual priorities, in forward. Put them in front, and you will open to your intuition. You'll be in touch with your God within, open to your intuition, and you will open to the gifts that are here for you, and come back into your power within, into the right power. So that's what's coming through for this week. Unconditional love, positivity, keep a positive thought about everything. Maybe use affirmations to bring you into that state of positivity. Keep yourself in that space. See everything as, see if you're experiencing the negative, take a look at what the positive could be that could come forward from that. And remember to meditate. Be in touch with the inner God, and allow yourself to come in back to your natural state, which is the return to love. And I will see you next week.